Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. What a morning to be involved in crypto. This is great, isn't it? But yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind quickly smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those charts. So yeah, we're talking about in last night's video my extremely precise scenario prediction that we are going to get an acceleration into this daily 9. Come and basically come and break this 10k level, wick above here, then I think we'll get a pullback, maybe even as deep as 9,500, maybe even this trend line, if it comes further on in the week, so around this level. Although actually that's a daily, it can't do that. But yeah, even if it's like a wick down to sort of this level, then we get picked back up again. Yeah, I mean, obviously we are getting a little bit extended, but I do still think I do like the waiting for the accelerations on the 9s, because you just get some big massive moves really, and especially if we get that over this 10k region. We look like we are giving this 9,800 our best shot. So if we can close higher time frame candles above here, and yeah, and just confirm playing out this zone, I believe tomorrow, by higher time frame I mean like 4-hour candles, but yeah, I think then I believe that by tomorrow then we can have a push up to have a go at this 10k, where where I think we'll get some nice wicks above, but I do think we will at least come back to, well, I would say this level, but I think we'll come back to test this level. This is a very important old resistance. You can see this was breaking. This is breaking our lower high structure. So I think that does have to be tested, back tested as support, just to check it is support. It's just how markets like to work. But that is incredibly bullish if we do take that out, because that means we'll have a nice sustained move above 10k afterwards I believe, and then what we'll print is clearly a nice higher low. So that's how markets like to trade, that's how markets like to move. I mean, you can look at it much to say we traded down. Yeah, I mean actually very much so. We had this big wick down, and then came back up again, consolidated, big move down, consolidated, came back up again. So you got to think of this in reverse. So we can have a big wick up, come back down, consolidate, and then a big wick up, big move up, come back down, consolidate. So really what you want to look for, I mean, it's how markets work, is sort of this thing in reverse. And yeah, so that would involve, I mean, you can pretty much see that I mean, you can pretty much see that we're in this channel. That's why channels form. It's how they move. It's how markets move. So I believe we will probably start forming a similar channel to the upside. All being well, obviously, all being well. So 4 hour, over to that 4 hour. You can see the 4 hour, nice bull flag out here. Under the resistance, and now we're obviously giving this a go. We're giving this a shot. Come on, let's do this, guys. Let's get to that 10k level. The higher we up, obviously we all know we're going to test some downside at some point. So the higher we are up before we test it, obviously the better for the overall trend. 8 hour looking good, 10 hour looking good. 12 hour, obviously we basically ignored that 12 hour 9. You can see we had a bit of a pennant there, but what I will say is I was suspicious of the fact this 12 or 9 wasn't really going to do much to price action, because we were breaking above a major zone here, and we were sitting above it and trading above it on higher time frame candles, including that 9. So I mean, for me, with the daily as well, ready to basically having plenty more upside TD wise at that point. I did believe we were going to see more upside, and yeah, and then we'll play out something on the daily 9. So yeah, that's what I like to see. I do like to see when the daily 9s and the 12 hours are basically aligned, which often they do. So let's have a look at those stochastics. Let's go over to the 4 hour. Looking good again, guys. I mean, I mean, this does look like it's look very strong, but at some point we probably are going to test some downside. I mean, what we want, Goldilocks scenario, is we break into this zone, maybe around. I mean, we're not far off 9,900, 10,000 anyway. I mean, it's like $100, isn't it? That's nothing for Bitcoin. So we realistically want to test up into this zone, absolutely cook these 4-hour Stokes, and then a pullback to our trend line. Coinciding with consolidation above 9,800. Goldilocks scenario right there for you guys. 12 hour, this is obviously incredibly bullish. 12 hours up here and staying up here, still pointing upside, looking for another shot. We can obviously get higher than this in the 12-hour Stokes. We are only here, look, plenty of times we've got higher, so we can have another nice little drive up in the 12-hour Stokes, and get us up to that 10k level. And this is it. This is the daily Stokes that we've been talking about. This driving all the way up is what I believe, what I have been saying, is what is going to get us to 10k. Obviously it will have to cool off when we get to that point. Obviously nothing is obvious, but I believe it'll have to cool off, especially with the 12-hour TD9 coming in. But yeah, at the moment incredibly bullish. Not gonna turn over straight away, basically. Yeah, 12-hour daily Stokes is basically driving this move up for us. So yeah, it's got some juice left in the tank. It can get us to 10k. It can get us to that daily 9 at 10k, maybe some wicks above 10k, and then play a little bit of a cool off whilst we sit here, calm, cool and collective, and assess our options. Hopefully at this point we will get some massive altcoin pumps, as basically people that have got out of altcoins, bought Bitcoin for this pump up, will then get out of Bitcoin, take some profits, and then pump some of these altcoins that have been a bit depressed. That is the cycle that this market works in. So just be aware of that fact. Obviously 3-day looking good, guys. And 3-day 9 down here, never traded lower than that candle, and that candle's low, so that was excellent to see. It's excellent to see the TD working. It's excellent to see it working how it should do. I mean, I know it does anyway, but obviously for the purpose of showing you guys. And there's your weekly TD9, and then just look at that. Look how bullish that is. I mean, look at these candle closes. If we are closing this weekly candle in basically today in 14 hours. If we close this weekly candle in this zone here, guys, sheesh. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's literally extremely bullish. And then what we could be forming, then if we do obviously get the pull down to around the 9,500, like I'm kind of looking for, you guys know where I'm going with this. We're going to have something like this, aren't we? Clearly, but up to here, down to the 9,500, and then pow. So I'm going to delete that line because it's a bit thingy. Will I delete it? Will I extend this one? Interesting thought there. Let me just have a look on this line. Let me just have a look at this a second, because yeah, because this is an important line. As you guys know, I think this line is going to play an importance. I've been saying that for the past few days to you guys, saying this line I think is going to be important going forwards, and that was actually before I have just realised how it lines up with an ascending triangle on the weekly. So oh no, wait a minute, talking absolute rubbish, aren't I? Look, that's that line there. So yeah, but this line here that we had, let's extend and pretend. Extend and pretend. Yeah, are we forming something a bit like this? Are we going to form something a bit like this? I mean, we've already formed this, because this is obviously why I've been able to draw this. But I mean, what I kind of mean is, are we going to then come back and test this level, which will coincide with the 9,400, 9,500 area? Are we guys? Because I mean, we've seen a similar thing in the Ethereum Bitcoin chart as well. So yeah, this is looking pretty convincing here. We'll make this a bit thicker, just because it's obviously a larger time frame move. Let's have a look at that on the daily. Yeah, looks good. It looks good, guys. I like it a lot. Anyway, so yeah, that's it, guys. Obviously, you can tell I'm pretty stoked this morning. Obviously, this is what we want for Bitcoin. This is kind of what I've been thinking will happen. It's good to see what you think will happen. And yeah, still managing to hold on to my BTC value of my altcoins that I've been trading. So that's whilst BTC's been going up. So obviously, fiat value has been going up. And when this consolidates or pulls back, I then expect that altcoin value to pump up even more, and especially against BTC value. So it's the name of the game at the moment, guys. You got to make hay whilst the sun shines, and the sun is definitely shining at the moment, guys. So get making that hay. Right, I'll catch you guys later on today. Remember, not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. I think I may be in a good mood as well because my gym's open back up again, and I've been to the gym like this morning already, and yesterday. So it's good to be back in the gym. It was. I haven't done any training in the past 4 months since they've been closed, like at all. So yeah, I'm glad to get back in. I've enjoyed the rest, the time off. I wouldn't have basically taken that time off to let my body recover and rest from like the training that I do basically. So I've taken that as an opportunity to actually recover my body for 4 months, which is good. And then yeah, time to get those gains back. Right, thanks for listening, guys. Again, not financial advice, not fitness advice, not training advice. And I will catch you guys later.